Virgo. So how y'all doing? So there's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways to financially support the channel. I give everything from birth chart readings to readings, as well as the books that I have that are on Amazon. And I also want to let you know that I'm just going to probably start to upload videos every single day, instead of dealing with, having to deal with the algorithm and the nonsense and stuff like this going on. I just upload every day, get rid of that noise, get rid of the problem. So for you Virgos, you have the Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So what I'm seeing here for you Virgos is that I'm seeing that there's a lot of celebration for you Virgos. There's a very big celebration of, not only do you Virgos represent the Seven of Cups, you have a lot of options. You have a lot of people that want to see you win, but also you have a lot of people that want to actually get a chance to date you. So you Virgos really do have to kind of play the field if that's something that you Virgos would want to do. The Four of Wands and the Queen of Wands represents, but no matter what it is, regardless of whether if it's you Virgos playing the field or going one person at a time, it's totally up to you. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't do anything that is on the outside of your nature. Because once you start trying to do that, what's going to happen is you Virgos are going to end up getting a very serious problem trying to do that. Because when, let's just say, for instance, if you would try to date multiple people or play the field and you know that you're not built for it, you're not really going to be built to get to know multiple people at one time. So the specifics of who they say that they are is going to start to confuse you, and you're going to start to mix one person up with the others. And of course that's insulting, because it shows that you're sloppy. You're calling them out of their name. That's not their name. If you hang out with Jessica, and you call Jessica Stacy, you keep calling Jessica Stacy, of course Jessica is going to get upset. She's going to be like, what exactly is going on here? Why do you keep calling me literally outside of my name? So now the Seven of Cups represents you Virgos having the option to actually go out there, date many people, or more than one, I should say. You want to just stay in your lane, right? Some of you Virgos would be people that can do both. Maybe you can, I can do both. I don't really care. I can do both, but you can do both. You can date one person. You can date multiple people at a time, right? Talk to many different people, but regardless of the who to what, you Virgos just have to remember to not allow anyone to just kind of convince you that you need to stop. That would be a terrible mistake. And the reason why is because of the Three of Swords. You Virgos do not owe anyone anything. So you should not feel like you are obligated to have to become what it is that they want you to be. Now, most people, especially when they're in the game, they want you to stop talking to other people so that they can essentially go out and talk to other people, even though they're talking to you. But they want you to stop talking to the people that you're talking to. That's how it normally goes. So a lot of you Virgos have to understand that if you are interacting with anybody that tries that type of skullduggery on you, then it's time for you Virgos to actually leave them alone. You have to leave them alone. And the reason why you have to leave them alone is because of the fact that those people are lying to you, or they're misleading. They're sending you off, basically, right? They're sending you off. They're being misleading. They're trying to get you to think this way, and pressure you to see how it is that you would move based upon their own emotions. Because truth be told, Virgo, you Virgos don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe them anything, in the sense that Just because you may be beginning to talk to them does not mean that you have to talk to them specifically, just them and no one else. Sure, that's something that you Virgos should do if you're going to be in a relationship, a real one with someone. You know, it's probably the best idea for you to kind of trail off or to kind of pick off or excommunicate from the people that you aren't really getting the best reception from, you aren't really getting the best results from. It's a good idea to do that. But when you first meet people, you don't owe those people anything whatsoever. So it's like for them to try to impose their will onto you, trying to get you to stop trying to get to know other people just because of the fact that they're heartbroken. Don't do that. I don't suggest that you Virgos do that. You owe them absolutely nothing. And the Eight of Wands represents, yes, continue to be yourselves and let them know straight up that this is the way that you want to live your life. And that if they legitimately have so much of a problem with you Virgos, right, the Eight of Wands, if they legitimately have so much of a problem with you Virgos, then it's time for the two of you to stop talking to one another. Because see, a lot of times, Virgo, y'all will be in a situation where part of the things that y'all do wrong, right, especially in the past, and especially in the past when you're very inexperienced, is that a lot of the times you're so mutable sometimes, right? You can actually go with the flow and listen to kind of what it is that people suggest, but they're sending you off in the sense that they're trying to be misleading. So they're using misdirection. And then us as Virgos, right, we could be in a situation ourselves where we will literally go hang out with somebody, and then as we're hanging out with them, all it is that we're getting is we listen to their suggestion, we try their suggestion out, and yet we still have problems with what it is that they suggest because they're moving the goalpost again. So this is why it is that I tell you, Virgos, in this reading in particular, stop listening to the suggestions that other people are trying to make, because sometimes it's misleading. It's tactics. It's mind games. It's mind games. This is the reason why it is that, like, me being a Virgo myself, a lot of people I rub a lot of people the wrong way. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, I'm not necessarily the most sweetest person in the world. Everyone knows that. You know what I'm saying? Even the subscribers here on the channel knows that I'm not the most sweet person in the world, right? So my looks and everything. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being divinely gorgeous, I'm probably about a 5. You know, factoring in everything, being realistic with myself, I'm probably about a 5. I'm the average, you know, average, you know, not hideous with everything, but not super conspicuously handsome or attractive. So about a 5, if I'm being realistic, a 4 or 5. So I know that feeling about how it is that people will suggest this or make this little tweak or this, and then I will essentially actually kind of oblige to do that and be like, oh, okay, listen to what it is that they have to say, try it out, and then I get chastised for it. So a lot of you Virgos have to, because we have that problem sometimes. Let me show it to you again. We have that problem sometimes where we can be so mutable, we can listen to what other people want and oblige, and they end up messing us up because of that fact. So we have to learn that when we know that we're doing something right, we have to learn to stop allowing people to make BS suggestions just so that they can kind of waste time. Because there's a lot of people out here wasting time, being stupid and nonsensical and just wasting time. So a lot of you Virgos have to understand that, you know, we have to figure out a way where, yes, we are mutable. But then at the same time, even though we're mutable, when we know that we are right about something, right, still be mutable, but don't let other people have so much influence over you to the point where they can end up ruining you off of it. Because what a lot of people don't really take into consideration is I will give people that kind of rope to really mess themselves up. And what I mean by that is, me personally, I will do that. Listen to some of the stuff that they suggested to kind of see where it is that they're going with that. And a lot of times what I realize is a lot of people are full of it. A lot of people are capped. A lot of people, you know, I said this months ago. I said this a year ago. Most people are in the game. Most people, when they say that they want a relationship, they're so stupid. They are unbelievably stupid. Most people are so unbelievably stupid, Virgo, to the point where people are ruining their lives. And they're doing it to themselves. And the only people that they have to blame for ruining their own lives is themselves. They're literally doing it to themselves. So who is that? Oh, be careful. So the strength in the tower now represents how a lot of you Virgos, somebody at the door, I guess. There's always some nonsense. Hold on. You okay? Okay. I was not about to say, oh, okay. Sorry about that. But the strength in the tower now represents how a lot of you Virgos, you know, we are learning from our mistakes. Okay? And that warning that I just gave y'all. And a lot of, understand though, Virgo, because this is something that I feel like I need to prepare you for. You have to understand that not everybody is going to, see, that's the thing. When you can't be gaslit, when people can't gaslight you, a lot of people are not going to like you. That should be people's middle name. That should be people's nickname, is gaslight. Because people gaslight so much. Grown-ups who can't just tell the truth, committing intellectual dishonesty. Now, granted, all that intellectual dishonesty isn't worth a darn because it serves them, because it doesn't serve them. It serves them nothing, or it serves them no way. But the intellectual dishonesty is truly disgusting. Grown adults who can't tell the truth even to save their life. And it just kind of shows you how it is that this is the problem. Most people, this is why Mercury has to go into retrograde so much, because most people don't even get past the third or the fourth stage of intelligence, which is trying to control other people. There are nine stages of intelligence, and within the ninth and the highest stage, 9 chakras of intelligence, within that ninth is infinite more, right? And most people can't even get past the fourth, trying to control other people. Now, I'm saying all this to say, this is a warning to you Virgos, to understand that when you're doing your thing, not everybody is going to like the fact that you're doing your thing, and that you're going to have a falling out with a lot of people that are going to have something to say about the way that you handle your business, and they factually know nothing. You know, you always get some weirdo who talk about money and talk about my money and talk about money and who's broke and this, that, and the third. And it's like, listen, yo, real talk. I'm going to say this one last time, and I'm going to go ahead and stop talking to people, because that seems to be the only thing that people seem to really understand, because they're so stupid. I do not have the most money in the world. I did not ever lie, ever once, and get up here and say that I got the most money in the world. I don't know how people conflate and come to that conclusion. But the money that I do have and had, I have invested most of it. Now, for the time being, it will be small. But as time goes on, as I continue to reinvest and invest some of my own money, it will grow. So all of this conjecture for how it is that you Virgos live your life, this is the stupidity of others. They have such a, the people, some of the, and why I'm saying all this is because the Tower and the Two of Pentacles, you're going to have a falling out with some of the people that you're dating, you know, and that you will realize that you're not going to hang out with them anymore because they have such a strong opinions, an opinion. It's not informed. It's not researched. They don't ask you questions. They're just projecting as to what it is that they think that you're on. They don't know you. They don't know your investments. They don't know what you got. They don't know what it is that you save. They don't know anything. They're just throwing stuff at the wall. Same thing when it comes to dating and relationships, my dear Virgos. They're just gaslighting. They're just talking about you Virgos are broke. You this, you that. They don't know what it is that you got. They don't know you. They don't understand that you Virgos can essentially successfully date multiple people. But they're doing all that to shame, blame, to shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. They want to coerce you, right, some of them, into dating just them. But guess what's going to happen? You Virgos will stick to your chops, and you won't allow them to play you like that, and they're going to have a lot of falling out. The King of Cups and the King of Pentacles, if you haven't already been doing it, because this could be something where you Virgos are currently doing, where you are dating, but at the same time, you're having a lot of fallouts because people seem to have a problem with the way that you choose to live your life, as if you're a child or something like this. So the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles represents how you have all these Indian chiefs. You know what I mean? You have all these people who sleeping on you. The King of Pentacles is them. They're sleeping on you. They have all these false perceptions of you Virgos and what you bring to the table. And, you know, you can't afford to do this and can't afford to do that. And it's total hogwash. Total hogwash. The King of Cups is about how it is that you Virgos are just politely navigating through it, allowing people to speak their piece, say the goofy stuff that comes out of their mouth, even though they don't know anything about it. I saw a video literally yesterday of a cop that was talking to somebody, right? They were having some sort of verbal altercation. And the person who was dressed in street clothes, right, casual, was talking about how it is that the cop is broke. And the cop went ahead for some odd reason, I don't know why, but whipped out his cell phone and showed the person his online bank account and how much it is, you know, his bank account that he has, right, his record of his bank account, and had over $500,000 in there. And like the person just like, the person who was in regular street clothes couldn't say anything. And this is what I'm talking about. It's always people trying to gaslight, tell you Virgos what to do. It's time for you Virgos to really rise up, like I've been talking about, and to understand. You Virgos have to rise up and define things for yourself. You know y'all, you know yourselves, you know your situation. So stop, let people shame you, insult, guilt, because they need to be right, all this stupid nonsense. And you just stay away from these weirdos, and just date the people that actually want to date you and are open-minded. So to clarify, the King of Cups, you have the Queen of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and then you have the Six of Swords. Because at the end of the day, you shouldn't show them anything, because when you show them what it is that you have, they're going to want some of it. They're going to come to you, Virgos, with their hand out. After they talk so much trash about you, they're going to act like they didn't say that. Even when you bring it up, they're going to act like they didn't say that. They're going to talk about how it is that, you Virgos need to, they need to be in your life and all this nonsense. The Three of Cups, and the Seven of Wands, you Virgos continue to date one at a time or play the field, whichever one is your lane, or both. Don't worry. Anyone that has a problem with the way you handle your business, the way you date, it's a dub. The Six of Swords, that's a problem right then and there. So a lot of you Virgos need to be on the lookout for weirdos that want to be your mommy and pappy.